Let me put it to you this way, Tom Serson, Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Billy Tuquinwan, Eldon Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961, Oyster Cracker Man, Bitted Bat 4, Blue Boy Boxes, GPS Pastoral Robo Rapist Night, Red Randy, Red Gordon, and Ellery's, and Jim Hall, Bill Duvall.
This is a lesson, Bernard, that
You just don't seem to understand with your carny and the ghetto life, Perlita, and all that. Country and Western Indian, Karen and Joe, and All American Antilla. You will never know what true reality is after the wars you wage. Therefore, Bernard de la Carney, since you and your team of cowboys mutilated people's faces, and that's what you see, that's all you will know. So you can sit there and say, no, we didn't, but you did in the past and all that. You'll never know, even if it's the simple risk board game of you guys, if you meant past history, that is the only reality you will know. Therefore, Bernard, if the All-American Antilla Small Fry and the Robo Knight raped and killed the people who you guys needed, that's all you'll know. Then when you make up an Indian story and run back and forth in and out of cities, that's all you'll know. That's why there's so much damage to people. Because for one, you guys have never allowed yourselves enough time to quit fighting wars to recover. Because you feed off of it, Bernard. Therefore, Bernard, if you're so fag and your focus is always on one person to blame, me, just so your family or whoever wins all the time, Joe, be careful. Because that's the only reality you will know. And like I said, what we had all worked for and said it in the past, you all destroyed trying to prove a point. That's what being rich and spoiled does, and egos do. It blinds you, it makes you deaf. It's a different kind of blind and deaf. And some of those war heroes and those veterans who've been around for a while, who've had to watch you guys showboat, Joe, as your claims to Zion and Eden and Atlantis with your group have failed every time, Joe, and they've watched the city degrade and the nation degrade because of it for at least the last 300 plus years. Then what? How could you have ever been, Bernard, with that set of 4 that you keep claiming? If it's never lasted, you always used it for war. See what Harry and Pickens Street and Jamaica Street didn't think of? Once you move in a direction, it keeps going that way. Therefore, Bernard, since you keep waging wars and playing with the internet with your friends, that's the only direction you will know. It doesn't matter if I exist or not, because you've always gone whoosh, straight past me and assert that everything I've done is the wrong way, or anybody else that has a different opinion. So, Bernard and Harry and Joe, Indian Joe, if you guys profess to showboat, Robo Knight, that you're the leaders of Zion and Eden and Atlantis, be prepared, because those are the women you're gonna have to marry and be with forever with those claims. And a lot of them know that you men forced yourselves upon them and called it love, and it wasn't. That's why those cults are dangerous. That's why when you keep associating me with those Negroes, Joe, and that stupid shit, it pisses me off, because it's always been a lie. It was your way to have a war, so that's the only reality you know, because you want to control it with the Robo Knight to make money. Is he a Nazi or a communist? I really don't give a shit. But I know what his obsession is, and then he switches over to Blue Branch Davidians, right? Red, blue, like the politicians. Starting to see why you guys are all fucked up? Because science is basically says, if you guys keep doing that, then you're gonna get fucked up. Time Machine, the Manhattan Project, the Philadelphia Project, whether it's nuclear or not, you guys are decaying your brain because you don't hold anything stable. Because your brain already knows and predicts the next war. doesn't matter who it's with. Your racism, people, and the cultures you destroyed in this city and throughout the nation, I already know. So, Harry, I have a hard time believing your claims, because if Cowboy Man went overseas and screwed up their shit, they already predicted that you were a liar. Simply based upon immense hatred for the Asians or whoever, the Russians or whatever, the Jews. It's simple. So, Joe, I predict your Indian tribe because of your obsession with country Western and the Indians, and your hand-me-down story because you don't want to deal with reality. And so that's all you ever knew. And you guys' obsession over 2 cemeteries, or 3, because you guys want to control it for NATO or whatever. So the same 3 for the NATO meeting, Joe. Get this, Bernard, you're NATO, but you bypass the CBS, right? The CBS morning show, Colin Powell, or Jewish Colonel Malco, because you didn't like them, Bernard. You didn't even know them. And you destroyed that reality with Ellery coming up trying to teach everybody a religious and military lesson that they didn't want. So, if the lifestyle of the con, scam, and grift through your warfare, Perlita Ghetto Life and Dave, is all you do, and you guys jack people up with the carny, that's all you'll know. If El Cortez Red is all you guys want, then that's all you'll know. And then people will build protections around what becomes repetitively redundant, which is all you guys have ever done. So what's changed? Nothing much. Because you adults already deem certain children weren't going to be able to handle what they already knew what they were doing. And so you overrode them, Joe, Harry, Bernard, Pickett Street, Jamaica Street. And that is their only reality. You people in Google Duncan will know why you guys as professed leader, the lawman of religion or whatever, starts to delegate what reality is, which is nothing but a lie. And so that's, since your obsession is going to be so fag, Robo Knight now he's not gay or whatever, he screwed up Carl stuff or whoever's stuff out here, then he's going to go, well, he did it, like Three Stooges and shit. And it gets old, because he does that because he knows his old business of the All-American has been, revealed. So why don't you guys evolve, Robo Knight? Because you guys do it on purpose so people can't. Money. And if that's the way you want to live, if you guys think that's your culture, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you. But there was a better way. But you guys destroyed it within years or not even less than a decade. For a religious story. And mostly by the Negroes who just wanted to make shit up and steal from those families. So, Perlita, that's why you guys are stuck in the rut you are in, even before the internet was made. Even before Google. So you want to be careful when you have terrorist attacks and massacres, because it sets in a direction in which everything starts to travel. And there's always going to be a source for it. Most likely overseas, but who knows? And so, Mr. Cowboy Man and Indian Man go, let's just use our racism, our body fat, our vanity. You can, but it creates another stage. So, you always do the Carney story. And that's what keeps you guys in the rut and depressed. So if you guys don't want to be that way anymore, stop taking advantage of people and doing the Carney story and get back to doing the cool stuff that you all used to do. Teach your kids how to do that. Bernard, instead of coming through cities going, We're the leaders. Destroy everything. But the problem you have, Bernard, and your team, is those that you've already destroyed that are still stuck in those cities. That a lot of you just go, whatever. The All-American will save us. Why didn't he save you all last time? You know why? He was too busy fraternizing with the children and wives and daughters and the boys that he shouldn't have. But now he's supposedly not gay. Just remember, Robo Knight, if you guys are gonna fight over it, Little Boy Blue and the Man on the Moon. When are you coming home, Dad? He said, I don't know when. Be careful, Perlita. You might not want that blue room that Bernard and them profess, Elton and all them profess, because it might be the trap of the blue room. You gonna do that again, Robo Knight, on the street with Ellery? See how their obsession when they moved out here through the nation is what destroyed what real reality is? Because those men wanted to go to war with their children and their relatives and their children disagreed, and they made a shit mess out of everything. So good luck, country and western Joe, Indian. I can't respect what you do, because every piece of good advice that you guys set in down there or in Canada or overseas, you guys ignored to do bit. Good luck, Dave, being a messiah with Harry and Dave and Adam and, you know, John, and hovering over cemeteries forever. But you guys destroyed the evolved reality we had within almost milliseconds, if not years, stealing everybody's shit and then amassing a pile saying, okay, now we got it, now we're God. And then everybody's stuck in the pile again. Why is it not evolved? Well, because you guys stole it.